Well. Welcome back to another episode of Failsafe Radio. This is JT.
And Heather.
And we're back.
We are back.
We're back for a third episode. Welcome, friends.
I can't believe you made it, honestly.
What
are you still doing here?
I can't believe we made it.
I can believe we did. Oh. But you guys, I don't know what you're doing here.
The laughing has begun already. All right, well, we had such a good time these first two episodes that we're back for a third episode. As promised, we have an episode full of covers.
Yes.
We've got, I believe, 20 covers that we've selected. But along with that, you'll see on the playlist that there's an additional 20 songs because we thought to fully appreciate these covers that we've chosen, you also have to hear the originals. And as we discuss, I'm sure we'll have a discussion on whether we prefer the original over the cover or vice versa, or what we think. I think that's kind of an unfair question.
Do you think we're going to agree on all of these?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Well, I agree with you on that.
But I think it'll be a good conversation because some of them I really would have to just say I can't pick. But it'll be, I think this will be a good episode. Yes. It'll be fun. But before we dive in, I thought we could discuss a question. Heather, what do you look for in a cover? Like, what makes a good cover to you when you hear a cover of a song?
Okay, so full disclosure, JT told me to think about this question back when we had the idea for this episode. And I got to tell you what.
No, but you didn't? You didn't?
No, I've never thought so hard about a question before, and I still can't come up with a good answer because the answer I keep coming back to seems so obvious. I'm like, oh, that can't be what it is, which is the song itself. If you're covering a good song, then you're set, you know? Basically, you know, it's already a hit. I'm thinking especially too, like if you're playing it for an audience, you start playing the chords, doing whatever, people start to recognize what it is. Then pretty much as soon as you start singing, everybody just goes nuts. And then everybody gets this awesome, like, basically you're all fans of the song, like enjoying this moment together. So, and then the question is, okay, so if you are going to change something about the cover, what is it going to be? You're going to slow it down. You're maybe only going to use one instrument, one voice, something like that to make it more unique and maybe make it feel like new again or something like that. But basically, like if you're covering a good song, then you've got it. So basically the short answer is I don't know.
Love it. Love it.
That's what I got. That's what I got for that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because for me, like, I always look for what did they do to the song to make it their own or to give it a different life, shine a new light on it. Very rarely do I like a note for note exact duplicate of a song as a cover. I usually like, if it's a real busy song, I like to hear the opposite. Like, let's strip it down. And I think it's really cool when, like, let's say you hear it from another gender's point of view, because it can really just change the whole meaning of the song or give it a whole different feeling. So yeah, I like when it's changed up. I also think it's cool. You mentioned if it's like a hit song or a popular song that everyone knows. I love that, but I also really enjoy when it's a cover of a song that not many people know, and you're like, oh, did they write this? No, it's actually by what? It's by that band? So I think that's pretty fun too. But yeah, I guess pretty much the same answer as you is I don't really know. Long story short.
There you go. I was just going to say something about that. There's at least one song on this list that I did not know was a cover. I feel like there's more than that, but there's just one that springs to mind right now.
Okay.
I had no idea it was a cover until doing research.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that little, it's not an original. It's a cover. Nice
I'm
surprise.
excited. When it comes up, you'll have to call it out. Without further ado, are you ready?
Yeah.
Shall we do this?
Let's do this.
All right. So we're going to begin with our covers playlist. Now, we formatted it a little different, so each 5 songs will take turns. So we'll start with 5 of my choices first. So here we go. Oh, man. Are we bringing Britney back again so soon? Yes. As a matter of fact, My Prerogative by Britney Spears. Okay. In my opinion, this is how you do a proper cover song. I mean, you have great song selection, Bobby Brown, a huge song. It honors the original, and I feel like at the same time, it's also Britney's song at the same time when she did it. She really did her thing and made the song her own, and took it to a different level than Bobby Brown's. You think of at the time, it was released in 2004, the superstardom level that she had achieved at that point. She took a great song and really made it her own and made it apply to the context of her own story.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about this one?
I love this groove of this song.
Yeah.
I love the attitude of this song.
Exactly.
This like, mind your own business and don't tell me mine type of deal.
Yeah.
I love that.
For sure.
I like Britney's version more than Bobby Brown's version. I think Bobby Brown's version is awesome, but what year did this come out? 2004, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like it has a more modern feel, but is 2004 really modern anymore? But no, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I love that little. I don't know what percussion instrument that is.
It's
but
almost
I love
like a
that little
Middle
sound in
Eastern Bollywood type.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's awesome cover.
Yeah, I love the addition of the Middle Eastern sounding samples, the strings and the percussion. Thinking of the original version, you have to respect Bobby Brown's version.
Yes.
He did that as a response to the response of him departing New Edition, and it's like, yeah, it was I love the attitude. The attitude really seeps through, and I've always loved that thick synthesizer backbone of it. The da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Great. Super catchy, and you hit it on the nail, like, great attitude. I love it. So that's my prerogative by Britney Spears, the one and only.
Yep.
So we are changing up the pace with Gary Go's cover of Just Dance by Lady Gaga. I mean, how do you take a pop radio hit about dancing and partying and slow it down into a piano-driven song with guts? This is how. This is how. Yeah, I'll probably sound like a broken record again, but he really put new life into this song. Like, really, it's a shallow song that is just a feel-good song, but he made it almost like a melancholy vibe to it. And I loved one note that I put is the subtle auto-tune that he used on his voice. It, like, added to that mysterious or that melancholy feel.
Yes.
What'd you think of this cover?
I like it. I like it a lot. That's like classical feel to it. Depressing. I like it. Like you said, taking a sort of funny, superficial-ish song and giving it a bit of a deeper soul. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
And like, it's funny doing research. The original song is actually the debut single of Lady Gaga, introduced the world to her. She wrote it in 10 minutes. Her goal was to write a happy record that was to be appreciated by people going through rough times. And it shows. And when they asked her why she felt Just Dance became popular, she said she thought everyone is looking for a song that really speaks to the joy in our souls and in our hearts and having a good time. It's just one of those records. It feels really good, and when you listen to it, it makes you feel good inside. It's simple as that. And I'd have to agree. I'd have to echo that, because that's exactly why I love the original version of the song. Is you put it on and it's like, man, you had a horrible day. You got yelled at by a customer. You got the door slammed in your face by someone who ordered a package from Amazon. Just dance. It's going to be okay. Just dance, Heather.
Get out of my brain, JT. Were you there when that happened? Yeah, I agree. That's awesome. So for this one, are you picking original or cover for favorite? It doesn't have to mean it's the best song, but which one are you feeling right now?
For me...
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I interrupt you constantly. I apologize for that.
We're giddy.
We're very giddy. My criteria for picking whether original or cover is which one do I want to hit repeat on? Which one do I want to listen to again right after? So what's yours?
You know, I love the cover, but I'm going to go with the original on this one, just because it came out in 2008, and it's still like one of my top 100 songs played every year.
Yeah.
So What
I'm
about
going original pan pizza on this one myself.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like the
Wow,
original.
I
Just
didn't
because it
expect
is,
that.
because this is awesome, this mood.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm feeling the dance mood more.
Excellent. Love it. Cool. Ooh, another good cover. Disarm by Civil Wars, originally done by Smashing Pumpkins. I'm going to let you start this one off because I feel like I'm Chatty Cathy right now. I'm just excited about these songs.
This is an incredible song. This one is another one from my youth, Smashing Pumpkins, Disarm. This was cool. I remember listening to this. I didn't recognize the song at first.
Okay.
Until I think he got to about this line, about the second line in the verse or something like that. I was like, oh, that's Disarm. That's pretty cool. I love the way that they did this rendition of it. The guitar playing is absolutely phenomenal in it. Beautiful harmonies in it. Just all around, very, very good take on this song.
Nice. Yeah. Like, I love both versions. I mean, there's not enough you can say about the original version, which we'll get into in a second. But I feel like they're both driven by acoustic guitars, but they both deliver such strong emotion in different ways. I mean, the Civil Wars, it's one of those bands that I feel like they could sing the phone book or the dictionary.
You'd be crying?
And make me cry. Like, just go down the list of
Yeah.
names, and I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. But they turned a Smashing Pumpkins classic into an acoustic folky beauty of a song. But then fantastic, haunting vocal harmonies. Each vocal keeps you on the edge of your seat. You listen to it and it's like, the killer in me. And they hold on to each of those notes and they hook you and keep you wanting more. I mean, 10 out of 10, in my opinion. John Paul White's delivery of the line, I used to be a little boy. And then the contrast from the soft, whispery beginning to there's like a climax that's just heart-wrenching. It builds. It's stunning. It's stunning. I love it. And I have to say, in my research for this episode, for this song, I didn't know the background of this song, and it's heartbreaking. So it's by Smashing Pumpkins, written by Billy Corgan. And whether he's your cup of tea or not, you have to respect and acknowledge that Billy Corgan knows how to get to the core of an emotion of a song and deliver it vocally to where he grabs your heart and just squeezes, he's demanding attention with his vocal delivery. But
Absolutely.
the story of the song broke my heart. He stated that it reflects the shaky relationship he had with his parents while growing up and experiencing child abuse. And during a performance in 2019, he revealed that Disarm was really about a time he contemplated suicide. And he revealed that he wrote the song the same day as he wrote their other song, Today. And he worked through those feelings by writing those songs instead. And in an interview with Rage in '93, he said, I thought I'd get back at my parents through song, and rather than have an angry, violent song, I thought I'd write something beautiful and make them realize what tender feelings I have in my heart.
Wow.
That's powerful.
Yeah, it is.
And it's beautiful. And it really just enhances my experience listening to this song going forward. And I thought that was a strong point to bring out. So, yes, the power of music, people, which is why we do what we do.
All right. So for this one, original or cover for that one?
For that one, I'm going to go... I love the Smashing Pumpkins, but I'm going to go with the Civil Wars just because they did something so cool with it. How about you?
Well, we disagree on this because I'm
Okay.
going original.
Yeah, I
because
figured.
I am partial to Smashing Pumpkins.
It's Smashing Pumpkins.
So I'm going.
I don't fault you for that at all.
It's good because I would be in big trouble. Nah.
Awesome.
Yeah, original on that one. So yeah.
Cool. So enough sadness. Let's flip it and go into What Do You Mean by Carmen, originally by Justin Bieber. You can't deny the playful energy with this song. And the note that I put is it feels free-flowing and just vibey. A little bluesy, fun, spunk. in this song. What are your thoughts on What Do You Mean by Carmen?
I love that they made a stripped down blues version of this song. I think it totally works for it. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. These lyrics, it's funny if you listen to the original, like, how would you describe the original? Kind of a poppy, but
Poppy dance, summer.
kind of melancholy though on a certain
little
level.
bit,
A little
yeah.
bit, just with the tone of it. Mm-hmm. This one is like not that.
Yeah.
This one is straight up blues, and it's really, 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 really cool. Yeah, what can I say? This one, these lyrics with this music, home run.
Yes. Yes. I love the growl in her voice when she's like, "When you're running out of time." I love that part.
Yep.
Little choices like that always get me. And I notice like the simple setup of this song, it's a clean vocal with a little bit of reverb, a slick guitar, and minimal percussion. Delicious combo. Mm-hmm. And it packs a nice punch. That the other one, it was just different. Mm-hmm. And this was a song that got me more, I guess you could say, into the Justin Bieber bandwagon. Mm-hmm. And it was interesting when I was looking, like, it was his first #1 hit in the U.S., New Zealand, and Canada. I had thought he was bigger before that, but it's a good song. Very well written song that he wrote, and it was about his relationship with Selena Gomez at the time. But I do love the contrast of both versions. I like both of them. It's there's like the spunky bluesy, and then there's the happy but melancholy pop.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say this rendition of it just speaks to me.
Yeah,
And
same.
And it's just because it's blues music, and I don't think there's any like midis or any synthesizer. I mean, that's just real guitar, real voice.
Yeah, I think so.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
again, the lyrics are awesome. It's just fantastic. So I don't know if you guys can tell which one I'm picking.
Same one as me.
1, 2, 3, cover.
Carmen. Yeah, covers Carmen's cover. Hello. Woo! Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, the last of my first 5, Free Fallin', John Mayer.
Awesome song.
I had to include a John Mayer song or cover. He's done some great covers. There's just such a coolness to this cover. Yeah, it's John Mayer, and a lot of people hate on my guy, John Mayer, but I hope by including this cover, it sways you to give him another chance. What do you think of this one?
It's an awesome cover.
Yes.
Fabulous cover. Well done, John Mayer. Melty acoustic. That's like what it is. Like it's just fantastic. The original is so awesome also, Tom Petty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like this example because this is a live recording and you totally get the feedback from the audience. Some people recognize it when he starts playing. They're like, ooh. But once he starts singing those lyrics,
Yeah. And that
I mean, that's kind of like what I was talking about, that immediate response and interaction you get with who's listening to you, where then it's like you're all enjoying this together. I just think that's really cool.
Yeah, and honestly, that is another part of why I included this in the list, because there's something special about hearing the audience's reaction when he didn't even introduce her or anything. He's just like, oh, there's a good girl. Like, what? And like that first time he goes into the "and I'm free,"
Yes.
butter.
Yes.
I gotta say it, just so smooth, and there's subtle background harmonies, and I love hearing John Mayer stretch or play with his vocal abilities, and it's funny. On Pandora, he did an interview about this performance, and he said, "Free Falling became a cover because I love the tune, and I was in my apartment playing it for somebody, and I can't sing Free Falling out. So I had to rewrite the melody out of necessity and shrink it range-wise, and that's the only way I'll get to do a cover of the song." I find it so funny how John Mayer thinks he has a limited voice range. Like, when I read that, I'm like, excuse me, sir, listen to this cover again. you can hear what he does with his voice, and I think it's a true testament as to why I'm a fan. Is the melodic choices that he makes with his voice are amazing, and this one showcases that he knows how to use his vocal instrument properly and effectively.
Yes.
So yeah,
Awesome. I'm picking cover on this one.
Ooh, that's
It was
unexpected.
tough and tough because I love Tom Petty.
Tom Petty. I mean, this
But
is.
I'm picking it just because he did such a fabulous job.
Yeah.
Putting this together. I respect everything he did about this song. So cover for me.
I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah, he took a great song, Tom Petty, but then he like added butter.
I would say this one, I like it. He made it his own in that way. I really, really like it. Really like it.
Yeah, like you could hear it and think, did he write that? That's always a good sign, I think. If you can make it into whatever your not section, but like whatever your comfort zone is, and like what sound you're known for, and make someone else's song sound like that. That's true talent there. Like I love it. Okay, those are my first 5. Let's shift gears here.
All right, guys.
Set me
this out.
free, why don't you, babe? You Keep Me Hanging On by Kim Wilde.
Yep.
When you sent this, when you sent me your choices and this was in there, I was like, I can't wait to hear what she has to say about this. Actually, I did. I'll be honest. That was my thought on a lot of these.
Okay.
So I'm really excited to hear what you have to say. Heather, You Keep Me Hanging On.
This song, what year did this come out? Do you know? 80s, right?
Yeah,
I'm a kid.
it was
in the
in the
80s.
80s.
I'm an 80s kid. This song reminds me of being a kid. It reminds me of going roller skating somehow.
Yeah.
So that's sort of where my heart is for this song.
The roller rink.
And it's such a awesome song. The Supremes did the original, right? Okay.
Yep.
Iconic song.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome song. I just really like the dance feel of this. I don't know. That's pretty much it. Like,
Yeah.
it was one that came to mind, and I was like, I really, really like the 80s sound in it. I love the dance feel to it. Yeah, I think it stays true to the original, but with updated.
Yeah.
If you can call 80s music updated.
No, for sure. I think that was one of the notes that I had thought when I heard it is they were really true to the original, but still there's like that 80s flair, and it's like you could just see the shapes and the colors like popping up and like the disco ball
I was
getting
gonna say,
lowered.
can you picture yourself on a roller rink?
In a roller rink, yeah, for sure. This has always been a great song, and I didn't know about this version until you sent it to me.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool. I was always more familiar with the Motown version, and it's funny that this is considered a Motown song because it was like near the end, and the songwriters were trying to do something more serious lyrically, and it translates, and it goes well with this version as well. I think with this one, I'm going to go with the original, though.
I'm going original also.
Yeah?
Respect.
Respect. The Supremes.
I'm going. Because I don't think that this song, I don't think this cover changed anything. I just think it's cool.
It's cool,
And
yeah.
I like it, and it's fun, and I want to listen to it. But if I'm going to pick between the two, I'm going original on that one, yeah.
Like, this makes me want to go to an arcade and play, like, Dig Dug or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Mad Max. Good choice, though. I like it. We're starting Heather's batch
gotta
off
start
strong.
somewhere.
Yes. All right. Piece of my heart, Faith Hill. I gotta say, it's a welcome change of pace from our last one, but it's an expected one, a good one. Love me some Faith Hill. Lay it on me. What you got?
So this is the one, I can't remember exactly what I said in the intro, but this is the one that I did not know was a
Oh,
cover.
okay. Oh, nice.
I think,
Wow.
I'm trying to remember, this was on her first album. I think it was I'm not, early 90s, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I always thought it was her song. It was it's just an incredible song.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, I was like, I think I was watching TV and a compilation album came on, and it was oh, who's the lady? Janis Joplin was singing it. And then I was like, oh, that's a Janis Joplin song. And then doing research for this episode, I found, no, actually, it's Irma Franklin.
Irma Franklin.
So I had no idea. But I'll just talk about Faith Hill's version for a
sure.
second here.
Yeah.
I think this song works the best as an up-tempo country song.
Okay.
I like it. I like it this way, and I'm probably partial to it because it was the first one that I heard.
Sure.
I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
That's my taste. That's what I like. But I really love Faith Hill's delivery of this song.
Yeah.
And there is I sense a bit of angst and anger in the way she delivers it, as opposed to the other two.
Okay.
I'm sure you've done much more research on these other two songs than I have. But anyway, I just really like the way she delivers this song.
I'll agree with you. I thought it was a cool take on it, and funny thing, because in doing research, prior to recording the track, Faith Hill herself had no knowledge of the song.
Right.
And so, as a direct result, the producers refused to allow her to listen to any other version, especially Janis Joplin's version, until she did her own version, or she finished recording.
Right.
So I thought that was cool because it helped her to interpret the song on her own terms instead of having another version in her mind, like that's what I have to live up to. And I think that shows through and why she delivered it so well. And it's cool. I was familiar with this song, more so with the Janis Joplin version, but hearing it as a country song, it was refreshing. Like, oh, it still has that attitude of the lyrics and the melody, but it's like kind of like tongue in cheek. Like, yeah, you still have a piece of my heart, but we're still gonna square dance.
There's a point at the end where she's kind of like ad-libbing, and she's like, "Go ahead and take another," and then she says, "My heart you cannot take." So you can just tell that she's like, "No,
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead." But anyway, I just really like that.
Yeah.
Also, I have another side note. Are you ready for this?
Okay, I'm not looking at your notes.
The music video. If you look up the music video
Faith Hills.
for this, it looks like a Mentos commercial. You'll love it. Look it up.
Oh, I'm
You have to watch
excited.
it. It's awesome.
The Fresh Maker.
It looks like a Mentos commercial. You guys will love it.
I can see that now, like the VHS quality and everything. Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna do my homework on that. Yeah, I thought it was cool because I always thought Janis Joplin was the original singer of this song, but Irma Franklin, who's the older sister of someone you might know, Aretha Franklin,
Yes.
1967, the year before she recorded it, and I'm gonna have to go with Irma Franklin's version, just because I love me my soul and heartbreak, but that is no discredit to Faith Hill's amazing rendition.
Yep.
How about you?
I'm going Faith Hill version.
All the way.
Just have to.
And I
Mentos.
expect nothing less. Mentos, the Fresh Maker. Okay.
What else can I say? I don't know. Yeah, it's like this is like we're doing this again where we're listening to this music and
I
we're
just wanna
trying.
listen to it.
I'm trying to be professional. I know you are definitely because you're better at this than
Nope.
I am. But I just want to listen to these songs. And I'm like, am I even making sense here? This song's awesome.
It's a great song. Just listen to the playlist,
Just
people.
listen to
to
it.
the playlist. Okay. Jake
Oh.
Scott, All Too Well.
Oh, this song.
Originally by one Taylor Swift. For you Swifties out there.
I'm gonna start crying. Let's switch gears.
I have to say, before you go into it, I was pleasantly surprised with this choice because we've had many a conversation about Miss Taylor Swift, which we will have many more in the future, and hopefully a recorded one.
Oh yeah, I believe
episode
I'm
focused
getting
on-
a Taylor Swift crash course in one of these episodes.
Yeah, if
So-
anything, this solidified that decision sometime in the future. But I'm curious, what made you not choose this cover? But what do you like about this song? Was this the first version you had heard of this song?
Yeah, do you want to know how I found this song?
Please give me the whole story.
All right. Truth be told, I was watching Star Trek bloopers on YouTube.
Star Trek bloopers.
I was watching Star Trek bloopers, and YouTube suggested another video, and it was like a fan montage video, right? And they used this song.
Wait,
Yeah,
All Too Well by Jake Scott.
for Star Trek.
Cut to bloopers of Star Trek.
It wasn't blue. It was a fan. It was like a fan montage.
okay. But still,
I was watching bloopers, and then YouTube smartly knew, hey, if you like that, watch this. It was like, yeah, it was just a fan, like a character montage, and they used this song, and I was like, okay, let me put a pin in the whole Star Trek thing for a second. Who is this, and what song is this? I was absolutely floored by it, and so then I had to go look up who did this song. Jake Scott. It's a cover of Taylor Swift. I was absolutely blown away by this song. So thank you, YouTube. What was your question?
What
What do I like
drew you
about
to
it?
this song?
Oh, just the fact that it's just a piano and him singing.
Okay.
It's so good. And I will say this, like I don't really listen to Taylor Swift, but she is an incredible songwriter. Absolutely
Boom. There it
incredible
is.
songwriter.
There it is.
And that is what I really respect about people. Not so much the marketing and persona and all that stuff, but
Sure.
the fact that they can write a song and write a song like this is fantastic. But this version, man, you
Jake
just hear
Scott's.
it in his voice. It's so beautiful, just the emotion of it.
Yeah.
And a piano, one instrument, one voice, heartache. Yeah, I'm sold on that.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
For sure. Yeah, this is a very great cover. I hadn't heard a cover of this song before. This is off my favorite Taylor Swift album, Red. And this was a lot of fan favorite non-single choice was this song, which is why when she re-released it, she did the whole 10-minute version, and it's like a director's cut of the song, and it's great. But that part right there,
Yeah.
that's always been my favorite line of the song. You break me like a promise, and the way that Jake Scott delivers it, the rasp in his voice, he got it right. If you're going to do a cover, especially if you're going to do a cover of a song as special as this to many people around the world, do it right. And he got it right.
Absolutely.
And I mentioned it before, I always love covers when someone does a song that's done by a different or the opposite sex. And this is one of those songs where before hearing his version, I wouldn't have thought it worked, but he made it work, and it's great. What I appreciate about this is, since it's just a voice and piano, it really channels the focus to be on the storytelling aspect of the
Yes.
song, which is really where the strength of this song is, no matter who's doing it. If you can really nail the storytelling of it, then you can deliver this song. And I think he did a good job.
Totally agree with you on that one.
I guess my only disappointment is that this was the original version and not the 10-minute version. Because I would sit and listen to a 10-minute
Right.
version by him. I'm going to go with Taylor Swift's version, though, because I got to go
Go with your girl.
with my girl. But
Yeah, you can see my notes. Cover.
I didn't look. I promise I wasn't looking.
Cover, baby.
But yeah, solid cover.
Awesome song.
Good choice.
Great rendition by Jake Scott.
Yeah, and like I mentioned when we were preparing for the episode, if this is my backdoor way of getting you to explore more Taylor Swift,
I'm
happy
open
for
to it. I am open to it. I don't have any foot to stand on because I haven't
Good.
gone there yet. So
Stay tuned, people. You heard it here live. Okay, we're taking on a Justin Timberlake classic, Boyce Avenue, featuring Fifth Harmony, covering JT's Mirrors, chosen by Heather Miller.
I did choose this one. I feel like we could do an entire episode of just Boyce Avenue covers.
100%.
They are so good at covering songs. It's their bread and butter.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, this is your pick. I have to echo what you said, because Boyce Avenue, they've got great original songs, but their covers, a lot of times, if they're not better than the original, they can
right up
stand
there.
on their own
Absolutely.
2 feet and be just as good of songs.
What I love about their covers, and this is a perfect example of it, is that it's acoustic. And you know me, acoustic.
Is that your
I'm
bread and
on
butter?
board. That is my bread and butter is acoustic. So yeah, the fact that I love that they didn't change. I don't think they changed the tempo for the song. It still feels like it's
I think it's
pretty
about
much
the same. Yeah.
I love the group sing along aspect of this song. I think this works. This song works so well in this format. I'm listening to it right now. I'm like, stop talking here.
Well,
Just
and
listen to it.
Fifth Harmony, they're another one like think what you want, but you have to recognize their vocal abilities, especially
Yes.
as a 5-piece group as they were at that point. Their harmonies, even on X Factor, were just so tight, and they complement Alejandro's voice in this song. And it just like, yeah, it takes it to a different level where it's like the sing along, almost like a crowd singing, and there's nothing more powerful than a audience or crowd singing together.
Exactly.
They did it really well on this one.
So good.
Yeah.
Getting distracted. Like, I just want to listen to it.
But yeah,
Are you guys hearing this?
are you listening? The original version was done by Justin Timberlake, conceived in 2009 while writing for Timbaland's third album. But Justin decided to save this song for a future album project, and I'm glad he did, because I feel like if it was part of Shock Value, it would have kind of gotten lost in that batch of featured artists. Great album, but by saving it for one of his own albums, it really let this song shine. And this is one of my favorite Justin Timberlake songs. And the video makes it even better because it's a heart-wrenching song. He wrote about his grandparents' relationship and everything. And I think the original is 8 minutes long. And yeah, I mean, we had the previous song was Taylor Swift, who did a 10-minute version. We've got this song. The original is an 8-minute version. If you do songwriting well and you get the right melody and everything, I'll sit for as long as you want and you tell me that story. Give it to me, director's cut, extended version. Yes.
Yep. Absolutely agree with that.
With that being said, I am going to have to go with the original,
Cover.
which is fine. But
Not actually keeping score, but
this I forgot the moment in the bridge when like it breaks down and like I can see you looking back at me, keep your eyes on me.
right here.
Oh, just listen to that.
Right here.
And then it breaks down. Keep your eyes on me. Oh, beautiful. And that high Mariah Carey note.
Yep.
Who do you think you are? Yeah, I'm glad that moment played while we're recording this, because yes, I prefer the original, but again, Boyce Avenue's covers are a feat of their own. Quality covers. And I'm sticking to that.
There you go.
Okay. I think of all the cover choices, I didn't see this one coming.
Oh, really?
In a good way. Because I had never heard this version before.
All right.
So the cover I'm referring to is The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. Originally done by
Simon and Garfunkel.
Okay. This one I didn't, I just realized I didn't add more notes to this song. So I'm like, "Ugh." But go ahead with your thoughts. I have some
I
thoughts.
believe all
but
my
I'll
notes
save
says
them.
is great cover.
Well,
No, I mean, this song, just totally iconic Simon and Garfunkel signature song from them.
Great song.
Brilliant song. And this version of it, Disturbed version of it, it's just absolutely amazing. It's just so powerful. I love we're listening to it right now. It's a bit soft and kind of a bit under. Just
soft,
stay here
but-
for a minute and then just wait. Because when it comes in with the full band and it's got that hard rock
oh yeah.
music to it, and it just takes the song to another level. It's just amazing.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
Have I told you how much I love dramatic and theatrics when it
No,
comes to music?
you do?
So that's why, like, not having heard this version of the song and really being familiar with the original, I'm happy you included this cover, because it was like, yeah, it's just piano and vocal here, but his voice, it's like a velvety pirate singing in my ears, and it's like, yes, I'm prepared to give my life away for this crew.
He's got you. He's got you.
And yeah, it's beautiful. And when the strings come in and his voice goes higher, great. He reinterpreted the song, and again, like, it's not like you had heard it before in a good way. It's great. You have anything else to say about that one? The sound of silence.
That's pretty. Yeah, it's such a powerful rendition of this song. The original itself was powerful if you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
But it was all acoustic. I don't know if they had strings in the original either.
If they
but
did,
it's a
they
really
weren't-
cool. It's a really cool recording of that song.
Yeah.
And up until, this, I was like, why would I ever pick any other song besides the original? But after, this version of, I'm going cover for this one. It's favorite, so it's just so good.
This was the triumph I didn't see coming. I'm very happy you included this on this episode. Well done.
Cool.
Well done. Now we're going to do another 5 of my choosing. Going to California, originally done by Led Zeppelin. Here we have Amy Lee of Evanescence. Let the record show that Amy Lee is my favorite vocalist and the lead singer of my favorite band. So I may be a little biased with my thoughts and feelings on this cover.
We're open.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But
No judgment here.
what a beautiful cover we have here. She's got so much control and power in her vocals. It's like we had what did I call it? A velvety pirate before. Here we just have a velvet queen princess over an acoustic guitar. I don't know if is it a 12-string or a mandolin? Whatever it is, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I can't tell either, actually.
Yeah. One thing I love about this cover is that it showcases a different side or sound for Amy. Because a lot of people, when they hear Evanescence, they're like, goth metal,
Right.
Operatic metal. Here we have just a vocal and a guitar. And it's such a good sound to hear from her. And her falsetto, though, my goodness. I mean, that does it for my notes on this. But when I first heard this, I've always been a fan, but when I heard it, it took my love and appreciation for her to just extremes. Because I'm like, whew.
Yes, her voice is so powerful. Also, another artist whose signature voice, man, the emotion that she can invoke, and it absolutely amazing. I wrote down here lovely voice, by the way, so that's what actually what I wrote down. But now I'm telling you how I really feel. It's awesome.
That's good.
And I feel like, again, kind of like how you said, it's her voice sort of takes command of this song, and it's highlighted in this song. And beautiful. And then the music too, guitar playing, melody, all that stuff, just absolutely beautiful. Yeah. I mean, listen to this guitar, I'm like, is that a 12-string?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's
I don't
fantastic.
know what it is. Here's an example of staying true to the original, because I think musically it's very faithful to the original. But you have such a distinct voice that she's afforded that opportunity to stick to what made the original good and then show off vocally. And that's where I land is I have to go with Amy Lee's version over Led Zeppelin's.
I'm going cover as well.
Hey, yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Good job. Amy Lee, if you ever hear this, I love you. And I'm a huge fan. Moving on that note. Okay, so we all know a band named Nirvana, but have you heard Heart-Shaped Box done acoustically like this by a band called This Wildlife? This has always been one of my favorite Nirvana songs, and I thought this was a fun cover. It softens the blow of the original and the harshness, and kind of just wraps it in a nice bow. Takes it somewhere different than the original.
Definitely.
I love Kevin's choice of falsetto in this. It's almost like they took the original and just made a brand new song in a good way. I like it. I thought this was a cool cover to include with this batch. What'd you think?
I'm totally distracted by this song right now.
It's that falsetto. It's Kevin's falsetto.
It's so good. I agree with everything you said there. I think they took this song and made it their own. I really, really like the mood of this one. It feels dreamy to me.
Yeah.
and relaxing, which if you listen to the original is not. Which
No.
the original is awesome in itself, but yeah, this is another one. I don't remember. I think I may have said this about the Carmen song too. Taking a song and then just totally like flipping it almost,
Yes.
and it working too. Because I think sometimes maybe that doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
You know. Oh, I meant to ask you. Did you find any covers where you were like, no, this isn't working? Because I don't know that many covers. All the ones I picked, I was like, oh, those are cool.
I figured like it was hard to choose only 10. So I saved some for a future episode, but then there's others that I was like, maybe not yet, or these 10 that I chose, something had to speak to me with each of them. And if it's a cover just for the sake of covering, that's where it was like, okay, that one's not
impressed.
Gonna fly. Yeah.
Okay.
It had to.
So not necessarily that they were bad, but you're just not impressed with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something just had to stand out. That's the thing. If you're going to do a cover and the ones that I wanted to include, it had to have something stand out, whether it's vocals, the change up. I liked it better than the original. Something had to spark.
Cool. I like that answer. I agree with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, this song is still totally distracting me. It's so good. It really is. It really is awesome. I'm going cover on this one.
Interesting, because I'm going to go with the original.
Are you? Sweet.
Even though I chose this one.
This is your pick.
Even though I chose this one, I do have to choose the Nirvana one. Just kind of like the Smashing Pumpkins. For like the Nirvana, you have to... I don't know. It feels disrespectful for me to choose a cover over Nirvana. However, the guys from This Wildlife, we love you.
Yeah. You did a great job with this one.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so we have our first a cappella cover. This is Say Something, covered by Pentatonix, originally done by A Great Big World. Bold statement here. I'm just going to say it. Better than the original.
Ooh.
Better than the original. I love the original. It's a beautifully written song. Another thing that caught my attention of the original is how they got Christina Aguilera to sing in a tone that we hadn't heard from her before. Like when I first heard it, I was like, that's not Christina Aguilera. No. Because she's such a powerhouse, but her vocal on this song was just so delicate, and it's a great song. But there's something about the Pentatonix version. I feel like I always felt like the original had untapped potential where it could go, and Pentatonix tapped into that and like unlocked it and gave me everything I wanted and more. So, did you have any thoughts on this one?
Beautiful a cappella song. Yeah, the vocal layering on it, really cool. I think I'm going with the original on this one. I think I'm partial to it. Okay. You sound upset, Jonathan.
I'm not upset. I'm listening to it. Like I'm kind of like half-heartedly listening to you because I'm like, the chorus just hit, and
I was like, you're gonna say like we're not agreeing on this one, so I'm just gonna ignore you.
Cool story, bro. No, you're entitled to your own opinion, even if it's wrong.
There you go. Well, thank you. I agree with that.
No, it's cool. It's again great song.
Yes,
very well written song from Great Big World. For me, it like what makes me choose this song is that break. Say something, I'm giving up on you, and then it builds and builds and gives you a sucker punch to my eardrums every time I listen to it, but I'm willing to sacrifice that to experience it each and every time. It's great. But yeah, it's
I'm so happy for you.
anyways.
No, it's I mean honestly, yeah, I'm goofing around right now, but it's a very very good cover of this song. It's really cool. It's really cool, guys. I still like the original.
Cool story, bro. Cool story, bro. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Okay. Anyone. This is by Ricky Brady, originally done by Demi Lovato. So let me take a break and a breather and get your thoughts.
You're asking the person with the shortest notes.
Oh,
I'm just-
let's hear it. What you got?
this is really cool. It's a beautiful, soulful rendition of this song. The lyrics, heartbreaking, relatable, all that stuff. Honest lyrics. I think
Brutally
again,
honest.
yes, kind of cool to hear a man singing it. Get a different perspective of it. Yeah, I don't like being thrown the driver's seat in the driver's chair because I don't know what to say.
Left. Well,
I keep because I want to listen to this song.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
yeah, man, these lyrics, man.
These lyrics are what get me. Great song. I'm not too familiar with Demi Lovato's collection of songs or what she has, but when I had heard her do this song and just she sang it live, I forget which award show it was in 2018. It was a moment, and it like caused me to just be like, man, like what song is it? Like what's happening? You could just tell the way she sang it and delivered it. It was something special, and it was like heartfelt, and she wrote it. Like, I mean, you look at the background of the song and it's really a cry for help. But the way Ricky does it, he gives her a run for her money vocally. He can hold his own, and that's saying something because this is no easy song to sing.
No.
There's a lot of vocal acrobats, but he handles them well. And it's as simple as that. Great song, super deep lyrics, very honest, bare, and real. And with that said, I'm going to go with cover on this one. Ricky Brady.
I'm switching my answer. I have cover written down here, but I'm going with original
Yeah?
because of what you said. I was like, yeah, you know what? These lyrics are way too good to not give it to Demi Lovato. So
Yeah. I mean,
I'm taking original on this
yeah,
one.
I mean, I don't.
But this cover is phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with the story behind it, but this song, Demi Lovato's version, which we included on the playlist, it was recorded 4 days before her overdose in 2018. And she didn't re-record any of the vocals on it. She left it raw the way that it was originally recorded, and kept that take because she realized it was, like she said, it was magical capturing that vocal of that song shortly before everything that had happened. And yeah, it's powerful song, great song. It was one of those songs where it's like, I wish I could write something that powerful. Very well done.
So why aren't you picking it?
Something about Ricky's delivery, I think, just strikes a different chord with me. Again, it doesn't take away anything of Demi's version because I'd have to say this song stands head and shoulders over anything else I've heard by Demi Lovato. And I think that's a testament to writing real emotions in songs, and well done in that feat. But I like, I guess, the polishedness of this one.
I'll allow it.
And I'll leave it at that.
That's a good answer.
But I feel guilty.
I like it. There you go. You picked garbage. You feel bad. That's fine. We can agree on that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, so we're going to go with the last of my choices, Toxic by Nina Nesbitt, originally by Britney Spears. So we started off with Britney covering someone else. We're ending with someone covering Britney, mainly because Toxic is already a great pop song, unlike anything else you've heard before that or since then. Toxic is that song. But what Nina Nesbitt does here is so impressive. Gone are the bells and whistles of the original, and we're left with piano and vocals, that falsetto, but then the grit in her lower register, her range I had to save this for the last of my batch of choices. I'm a firm believer that a great song is a great song, no matter what the production is like. It can be stripped down bare. It can have layers and layers of sounds and tricks up its sleeve and be any genre. But if the song is a great song, it'll work.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely agree with you on this one.
What'd you think of it?
Yeah, same as you. I love the slowed down, stripped down version. Really it's funny because like it really brings your focus into what the lyrics are.
Yeah.
There isn't any other distraction going on, so you're really listening. And the way that she delivers it, I'm gonna use these same words again. Fabulous, phenomenal, awesome. It's really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And it's cool. I like it. Like I like it when someone can take a up-tempo pop song and then turn it down like this and turn the emotion of it up. And we've had some others on the list too that have already done that. But I really like this one.
Yeah.
I think this one might be if I'm gonna pick a favorite of that kind of a pop song being slowed down, I'm picking this one as my favorite.
Nice.
And I'm also picking the cover for this.
The cover?
Yes.
Yeah. It feels controversial picking the cover. I love the cover, but I do have to go with the original just because of like what it did for music and everything.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Nina Nesbitt, you did your thing on this and amazing. Yeah. So that's the last of my choices. Let's switch gears and go pick Heather's brain for the next the last 5 songs.
It'd be a short 5 minutes, whatever we're doing here. 5 songs.
Okay, so we've discussed Heather's love for Sade. There had to be a Sade cover. By who? By You and Me, No Ordinary Love. Yeah?
I can't right now. Listen to this song. This cover is so awesome.
Amazing. Amazing.
I don't even know what to say. I can't describe it. You guys can hear it. You know what I'm talking about. Just listen to it. Oh man, it's so good. This song, the original Sade's version, is incredible song. Absolutely incredible song. Their harmonies in this, Dallas Green and Pink's harmonies. Again, I picked one of their songs for the last episode too. Please go check out their album, You and Me. It's so good, guys. Yeah.
I love their voices together. There's so much control in the restraint that they exercise in just harmonizing together. And the way that they deliver, there's no competing or over singing. It's like they're working together to give the listener one experience. Oh. Like, what do you say to this song?
I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have picked this song. It's too good.
It's
too good.
I think as the song ends, we're left with their voices echoing and harmonizing together, and it just gives me chills. But I remember when I first bought this album and listened to it, I think it's either the second to last song or the last song of the album. And I didn't see it coming because it's like, wait, I know this song, but I've never heard it like this.
Yes.
Well done. Again, like when you do a cover, like what are you contributing to what the song has already done, like or something that's different? And this one is like, if you're gonna do a cover, this is a good blueprint to follow. Is just what's the emotion behind the song, or what's the story? Like, and then Pink just came in and her raspiness and it's
this
great.
I was gonna say this is cool too because the original is not a duet at all, so it's kind of cool. That's what's so cool about You and Me is you get both. You get double trouble there. Yeah, it's really cool. So I'll just say for this one, the pick. This is a tie for me. Okay, but ties go to the original, so I'm going Sade on this one.
Nice. I'd have to go with the You and Me version.
There you go.
Yeah. Happily and guilt-free.
I kind of, it's funny because I was wondering like if we were going to agree on everything, and you said no, and I was like, I don't know. No, you're right, we don't.
I feel like when we listen back, I'm interested to see which ones we did agree or how many we did agree on. Yeah. But yeah, Good stuff. Little Wing by Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, originally by the Jimi Hendrix.
Mm-hmm.
It's Stevie Ray Vaughan. Do we need to say anything more?
Oh, man. What I'll say about Stevie Ray Vaughan, absolutely love him. Love him. Heard him. One of my friends had her parents had one of his CDs, and she let me borrow it, and I never gave it back.
To this day.
And to this day, and was introduced to Stevie Ray Vaughan at that point, around when I was getting into playing guitar and stuff like that too. Absolutely cannot play like Stevie Ray Vaughan at all, but totally inspired by him. He is so emotional in his playing, and I've said before that I don't really care for when guitarists sort of go crazy and go super fast and it just sounds like noise to me. I never feel that way when Stevie Ray Vaughan with any of his music. He is fast, he is precise, he is also choppy and sort of distorted and out there, and it's all absolutely amazing.
I think that's a cool note that you mentioned, because I feel like if for a guitarist or even just a vocalist, it's cool if you can do all these acrobats with your fingers or with your voice or whatever, but make there be a reason. And Stevie Ray Vaughan, I think he sets the example of like balancing technicality with emotional delivery.
Yeah.
Like when he plays, you know his sound, you know it's him. And I think that's part of it. Is it's not all about like, look what I can do. It's like, look what I can make you feel with what I do.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah, like to me, like he's singing with his guitar.
Yes.
Like I hear his voice with how he plays, and that's what I think is the difference between what I hear from him and what I hear maybe from other people who are really technically fast, but then it somehow gets in the way of it, and I just don't like it as much. But yeah, he totally sings with his guitar. So I also, this is another one that I didn't know when I first heard it, that it was a cover. I really wasn't familiar with blues music, not really. So Stevie Ray Vaughan was sort of like my introduction into blues music, cool. And then I found out it was a Jimi Hendrix cover, also an amazing cover too. But there's something about Stevie Ray Vaughan's take on this that is unique, and it I feel like it just has a little bit more blues to it. I don't know if I want. Yeah, it's blues music. Well, I guess Jimmy's a bit more like maybe rock on the rock side of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Jimmy's a little bit more gritty.
Yeah.
Whereas Stevie Ray Vaughan's more just smooth.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you.
So I'm all about smooth.
Yeah.
I like smooth blues music.
Yeah. One of the things I love about Stevie Ray Vaughan is he always reminds me of my father-in-law. Anyone who knows him, he's an amazing guitarist.
Yes.
I'm always in awe of guitarists, but specifically blues lead guitarists. When you listen to them, but especially when you watch blues guitarists play, there's such a freedom or freeness in their playing. It comes across as improvising, but there's still structure or a method to the madness, and it's mesmerizing to listen to because it, like you said, like they're doing something that's just almost unparalleled, but it's not without purpose. It's not just sound or like, let me show you all the different octaves that I can play on my guitar or whatever. It's like, no, let me tell you a story.
Yes.
Without words. Yeah, listen to that. Yeah. I just had to throw that in there because I liked this, and I liked how there was an instrumental cover included in our batch. I think that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going cover on this one?
I'm going to go cover on this one too.
Go.
Yeah, for sure. No disrespect to Jimi Hendrix, though.
Hey, he laid the foundation.
He did. All right. Mad World, Michael Andrews and Gary Jules. This one originally by Tears for Fears. Okay. You're up.
Oh, man. So this one, just another example of slowed down, stripped down rendition, making you focus on the lyrics, really, and also the vocal delivery. I think it really, the way that their rendition for me, changes the mood of the song from the original, and I like it. I like it this way. Again, yes, slowed down, stripped down version of this. Beautiful piano melody, beautiful singing melody. Yeah, it works. It works.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of this song, but now I have a funny story. I always thought this was the original, and the first time I heard this song was a cover of this version.
Is that right?
Yeah, awesome. It was in like 2006 or 2007. I discovered this song by hearing a band called the Dresden Dolls perform it. And I just remember when I was watching the concert video, just the melody gripped me first, and then I heard the lyrics, and I'm like, I remember looking at the screen like, is this their song? I don't notice, I don't recognize the song. And so I remember looking it up on iTunes at the time, like, oh, Mad World, what is this? And finding this version. And I think that's what's cool about this episode being focused on covers, because I think that covers are a cool way. It's easy to dismiss covers and be like, nah, trash the cover. It's all about the original. But I think what's cool about covers is it helps songs be discovered by ones who normally wouldn't have discovered them.
Yes.
If that makes sense. And it's a testament to the power of a well-written song, because I think I said it before, a well-written song can work in any genre and in different formats, and it will be gripping to music appreciators in those formats. But yes, I love this version. I'll vote with this version.
Me too. Me too. Cover all the way.
Cool. Okay. And moving on. Bye 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 by Kurt Hugo Schneider and Leroy Sanchez of YouTube fame. Originally by one group named NSYNC. Woo! I really enjoyed this version.
It's good. I don't even have any notes on this. This is an acoustic pop. This is acoustic pop, which is awesome. It's really cool. It is really cool. I like, again, this is another one, up-tempo pop song it's not slowed down, but you're getting the acoustic and just the one voice singing it.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. This one reminds me, like, this is something you would play maybe at a graduation party or a pool party or something like that. You're like, invite your friend over who plays guitar, and they play this one.
Yeah.
It's fun. I
like how it's more acoustic guitar and percussion focused. And their voices are great on this version. But what I like about this is I think it's always cool for artists to do a quote unquote cool acoustic version of a song that normally would be quote unquote uncool. Because because it shows it reveals the people who actually love those songs. They're just afraid to admit, because you play this version at a stadium, you're gonna have everybody singing it along, and whether or not you admit to loving NSYNC or not, you know every single word to this song. Don't lie to me. And I think that's where it's cool to pick like a hit as a cover, because it's like we all know we love Bye 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 by NSYNC, and you know we're all gonna sing it. It's great.
I 100% agree with you on that. That's awesome.
Yep. Out those closet NSYNC fans. Everyone loves at least one NSYNC song. Bring it out.
What are you going for this one? Original or cover?
I'm gonna have to go with the original on this one.
Me too.
Yeah. Good.
How's it go? Like that?
Bye something.
We know it.
We know
We're not
it.
ashamed.
We're not ashamed.
That's an awesome song.
Yep. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's either video or photo footage of us doing an NSYNC dance routine at my wedding.
Is there?
Yeah. Somewhere.
That's awesome.
Somewhere down there. But anyways, that's for the cutting room floor. And we've come to our last cover. We're going to end it on a great note. How about Johnny Cash Gone Punk? Social Distortion covering Ring of Fire. This feels so right. great pick.
It's a pretty good song, isn't it?
It's a great song.
It's cool. It's a cool song. This was, I think this was my last one that I had chosen, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I had forgotten about it. And I was like, I know that what is that one song? And I was like, oh, yeah. Ring of Fire.
I'd never heard this version before.
Is that, yeah, I think my brothers played it.
Yeah?
So this reminds me of like road trips with my brother.
That's awesome. I could see
Blast
that.
it out the window.
I could see that. That's awesome.
Yeah, really cool to turn. I mean, but Johnny Cash's his original version. It has. I wouldn't say it's a like sappy country song or anything like that. I mean, he's technically country, but I always kind of thought of him as like a rebel country artist, you know. So he's got a bit of that emotion in it anyway.
Yeah, and I feel like that's where this version lends itself to Johnny Cash, because I feel like the spirit of Johnny Cash is punk in a way, and so this is good.
Yes,
this is really good. And it's not taking away any of the lyrics or anything, but the lyrics go so well with this version. Mm-hmm. It's great. And I put, my note is, I'm feeling all the emotions of love, but let's rage in the best way.
There you go. I think mine is, it's a punk rock song you can play for your parents because they'll probably know who Johnny Cash is.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, it's cool though. It's really cool. Oh, again, I'm getting distracted again because
Me too. I just want to listen to it. I'm enjoying it. That's great. But yeah, great solo too. So those were our 20 covers that we chose, and along with them in the playlist, you've got the 20 originals that they're based off of, and we hope you enjoy them. And what do we have in store for episode 4? We're going to switch it up and do an episode all focused on rock.
Yeah.
I want to rock. This one was chosen by Heather.
This should be good. Although mine is pretty much like Heather's favorite 90s rock songs because that's what I got.
Still going to be great, though.
Still, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. And, yeah, thank you for listening and watching if you're watching. And we hope that if you enjoy it, you'll follow us on our socials. You'll subscribe, you'll save and share and all those fun things, and stick with us because we're just getting started.
Yes, thank you very much for listening, guys. We appreciate it.
Awesome. We'll see you next time.
Bye.